Hi everyone, I'm stopping by here to film a video for you on how to place a work order. This seems to be the best way for us to get this information to you. We can talk about it in training, but I do want you to have something to reference later on. So as you can see here, I have the work order icon already placed in my fast access, which you can do yourself if you want. A priority of my position is to be able to place work orders and follow up on those. So if you scroll down to find that, you can click on Tools. And here in Tools, you're going to find the yellow icon that says FS Work Request. And when you click on that, it will pull up the work order system, which is TMA. I place a lot of work orders, so my information is already in here, but technically it does remember your information. When you place a work order, it will go to facilities, and when it goes to facilities, it will go into 3 places. One of those is housekeeping with things like cleanup, maybe there's something on the floor, things like that. One of them is projects like moving furniture. We have keys, and then additionally, that third one is grounds, so something that's outside. If there were a random pile of rocks in the middle of the sidewalk and you couldn't move them yourself, someone would do that for you. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to go in and put your name or my name. It doesn't matter which name you put. I'm going to type in my name. And then you're going to put the requester extension or phone number. For me, you can put in my extension 3520. That way, if they have a question about the work order or it's not thorough enough, they'll give me a call. And if they call me because your work order is not thorough enough, then I'm just going to call you and ask for more information so I can get that information to them and they can complete the work order. Then I'm going to put in my email, ndeliberus@millikin.edu. I would also like for you to put my email down. That way we can go in and track all of the work orders that we have. You'll keep the institution as Millikin University, and then you'll go to building. So just for the sake of practicing, I'm going to put in a work order for Aston Hall. It will select this building code. That doesn't really matter, but make sure that you're selecting the residence hall that you're placing the work order for. If you see here, there are many options. There are 47 options for anything you could think of, including the chiller building, which none of you have probably been to, but that's kind of, the list of all of those. For room number, just be very careful on this. So for room number, if it's a residential room, the residential room will be labeled with the right number. But you can see here in the bottom of Aston, they have the class space, the dance studio, a closet, kitchen and laundry, things like that. You're going to scroll past all of that for what you're looking for. So let's assume that I'm going to put one in for 118. And 118 is going to be through the doorway, just a little bit to your right, next to the bathroom and the north stairwell. So you're going to click on 118. You also can type it into this box if you already know what number you're looking for. But just again, make sure that you're putting in the accurate number, because if I had accidentally clicked on 119 and there was no work order to be done there, the person would close the work order and say there was nothing to do. So let's make sure that we get the right number. You don't have to fill out the requester department. They know that I am with Campus Life, or that you will be with Campus Life, because they will also receive a list of all the RAs. Now here in this prompt box is please be detailed with location in box below. That is exactly what I want you to do. So even though right here I already put in Aston 118, when I get a confirmation email, it's not going to have that information. So go ahead in here and type Aston 118. If you have to be specific enough, you can also say left side. So when they walk into the room, that's what they're going to be looking for. Let's say a mirror fell off the wall in Aston 118. Maybe it wasn't anything that the resident did, but the mirror fell off the wall. So you're going to put Aston 118 left side. And I'm going to type in question format, just like you were asking for something. Can I please have someone rehang the mirror on the left side of the room? It fell down. And then you can put a due date in there if you want to. This would probably be something that they would take care of fairly quickly. If it's something like there's a spill and it's in the middle of the hallway, you would place the work order and follow up with a phone call to public safety so they can get someone down there as soon as possible. So I'm going to put this problem here. I'm also going to put thank you because we are partners with facilities and we want to make sure that they know that we appreciate the work that they're doing with us. We could not maintain our residence halls without them, and I can promise you that. So over here, it will already have checked notify me, so it's going to send me an email, and I've typed everything I need to type. I'm going to hit submit. Now, right now, for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to because I don't actually have to place the work order and I don't want someone to do any unnecessary work. So when you hit submit, a little button will pop up and it will say that the work order was placed. And then after that, there will be a set of 3 emails. The first email says that it's submitted. The second says that the work order was placed and accepted, and it's given a number. And then the third one will tell us when it's completed. And then the emails kind of look like this. So it will always say no reply at aramark.com and then service request. So it will say here, this is a work order I just did before filming this video, but this work order has a service status of created. So I created it August 1st at 4:23 p.m. I am the requester and the action requested is as follows. I put that I needed tables and chairs for move-in all of these locations. Typically, we don't group things like this together, but because this is the way that they wanted this work order placed, this is how I did it. I have my thank you so much, and then it will tell you it's here in Aston. Again, I selected Aston because that was the location I was going. So if you have multiple work orders, my suggestion is to put them all in separate work orders. If you need several rooms cleaned, for example, you might be able to do that on one work order. But if a room needs to be cleaned and then it needs a new lock and a mirror needs to be hung, then we would need to do 3 separate work orders for that. So assume from the very beginning that you'll need separate work orders. And if you have a question about that, ask me or one of the SRAs. And so after this, probably on Monday, because right now it's a Saturday, I will get a similar email that will say that it has a status of accepted with a new work order number. And here's the example of the second email. So again, it has the service request, and this is yet again another because I have work orders in multiple statuses, but it has been accepted as a work order, and this here is the number. So with this number here, I take this and I put it into a spreadsheet so we can track that things are done. So the reason I do this is so I can follow up with you, or if a student complains something wasn't done yet, I have record that it was either done or not done. Or if it was not done, then what was the concern? And then if it was done, what other concern might they have about the issue still happening? So these are the examples of the emails.